Hi everybody, it's Sarah. Today's video will be Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign in Scorpio, July forecast 2021. This is my take on the astrology and the tarot, and because of that, it may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Today, I will be using the Moonology deck, and we will also draw one card from the Crystal Oracle deck for your best stone to work with in the month of July. You are beginning a new chapter, which is awesome. Things are starting to finally open up for you again, Scorpio. You're done with the games, you're done with inconsistencies, and you're getting your power back. Use your intuition and don't doubt yourself in the month of July. So, that being said, this reading will cover 6 sectors. Scorpio has made a lot of tough decisions lately, but it feels like you're in a much better place as we begin July. So we will be asking the questions, what are you bringing forward into the month of July from June? What is your biggest obstacle for the month? What is your biggest asset or tool to use? The state of your home life, your love life, and of course, this will be single and partnered Scorpio natives. And of course, this is a broad reading. And then we will finish up with, if you stay on the path you're on currently, how will the end of July look for you? And then the best stone to work with. I will draw a card from the Crystal Oracle deck. Okay, what are you bringing forward from June into July, Scorpio? Oh, surrender to the divine. Interesting. A life lesson is coming to a conclusion or a turning point, which agrees with the astrology, definitely. So as we begin the month of July, we're looking at more changes for you, Scorpio. A lesson that comes with this card is also being brave and tapping into your emotions and allowing yourself to feel. I know with everything that's happened over the course of, the last year, sometimes you've just had to bury your emotions and push on. I don't want to say that you purposely denied them, but you probably felt like you didn't really have a choice. You had people depending on you, and you just had to keep going. Well, now it's time to tap into those emotions, tap into your intuition, and allow yourself to feel. What is your intuition telling you? What are your emotions telling you? How does your body feel? Everything seems to be coming together for you, but it's only because you put in the work. The last 6 months, the last year have been difficult for you, Scorpio. You've had to make some tough decisions, and you've had to change your outlook on a lot of things. So your emotions are very close to the surface, but this is a positive card. It really helps solidify what the astrology is saying too, that you are almost, but not quite, almost, and you're at that juncture when everything is going to start coming together. The affirmation for this card is, I am receiving the answers I need. This card, the full moon, marks the end of a lunar cycle, making this card something of a power card. And I really feel like the worst of it is over for you, Scorpio. It may not be perfect yet, no. But like I say, you're getting closer to what you really want. And unfortunately, to get there, you had to make some life changes. And I know that wasn't easy. So let's look at your biggest obstacle in the month of July. Full moon in Pisces, balancing spirituality and practicality. This is an interesting card too, an interesting card for your obstacle. I think you pretty much understand this right off the bat. When the situation isn't easy, I think all of us are tempted to escape into the spiritual world and focus on something else rather than what's in front of us. I think that's normal, and I think we're all guilty of doing that from time to time, especially when we are in tough situations on the physical plane. But for you, because Scorpio is such a spiritual sign anyway, I think the temptation is much stronger. So you really have to work at staying balanced and being present both here in the mundane world as well as the spiritual world. And with everything going on, Scorpio, you've been trying to make sense of the chaos. And sometimes it's just not possible to make sense of it. But it has pushed you to really think about the past and the future and your place in the world. So it's really important in the month of July that you strive to stay balanced, that you work towards keeping one foot, yes, in the spiritual world, but also one foot in the mundane world so you can address practical matters. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your situation and strive for balance. And let me say it again, Meditate every day. Answers will come. New moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, besides the obvious, this card also means diplomacy, compromise, and understanding other people's feelings will be your biggest strength in July. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating with people around you, because this card, the new moon in Libra, signifies this is a new beginning. This is a new chance to move closer to your goals to get what you want. So yes, obviously a new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, then chances are that it will be healthy and a well-balanced connection, which is good news. Also, if you are partnered or committed, there is a chance that you take the relationship to the next level, which could be engagement or even marriage. This card in this position highlights your ability to communicate and connect with people in the month of July. You're reminded to be diplomatic, but this is also a good time to check in with family and friends, a good time to renegotiate situations, maybe at work or with people that you weren't able to compromise with in the past. The next card will be your home life. Be bold to make the first move, cardinal moon. So your home life has been up and down. Sometimes you've been walking on eggshells, and sometimes you've just been like you really don't care. It's been an arduous situation. So the advice with this card is Spirit is saying, don't hold back from what you want. How can you go after what you want if you don't pursue it in the first place? Check yourself. Are you dreaming up trouble that isn't there at home? Your home life, like I say, has been anything but smooth the last, year, and it makes sense that you could just be scared of rejection or continued problems in this area. But actually, you've worked through a lot of issues. So rather than let your imagination run wild, pull out that diplomacy and talk it through with your partner, talk it through with your roommates, talk it through with your family. Sometimes when we're finally going to be happy, something holds us back, and that of course is fear. So Spirit is saying you need to take the first step in moving closer, if not actually gaining what you want. Your home life will be more secure in July when you do have those deep conversations. Be honest with your partner, be honest with your family, be honest with your roommate about what you want, what you don't want, and what direction you see your life moving in. And it will clear up a lot of this worry and anxiety that really was just overthinking. Let's go on to your love life now. Oh, nice. New moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. So, single Scorpio, this is your card. I have several Scorpio clients that have ended long-term relationships over the last few months. They are now single for the first time in years, and they feel a bit lost and overwhelmed. And I think that's an honest feeling, and I think to feel any other way would be denying or repressing your feelings. It's okay to feel overwhelmed when you're starting to date again after a long-term relationship. There actually is no need to rush back into the dating pool just because some well-meaning person suggests you should. You'll have no problem finding love, Scorpio. That's not an issue. But this time it should be on your terms, and you shouldn't have to compromise on every turn. You've made life-altering decisions, and it hasn't been easy. This is not where you saw yourself at this age. And now you don't know what you're looking for in a partner. You don't know who you should be dating. You don't know which direction to even move into. And that, once again, is normal as well. I think it will change quickly, but for now, work on healing and identifying your own triggers and your own pain so you don't drag that forward into any relationship that's coming up. And yes, there will be new relationships coming up. You won't have a problem dating. Take July to do the inner work, and then by August, September, and even into your birthday time, you're going to be busy socially. Partnered Scorpios, what a ride it's been. This card suggests a rebirth around your romantic sector. Think of this situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm, which of course is what Scorpio energy is all about. Use your intuition, and this is a time to work your magic. It's a time to make your partner feel like they matter. Show them how much you care about them. It's also time to let go of grudges or petty jealousy that you're holding on to. Move on from the past or just plain move on. This has to stop. And because you're still together in July, it means you've made a decision to make this work. Then give it your all. No more bringing up the past. No more ruminating over things they said. No more catastrophic thinking about the future. If you're in, be in 100%. So that was pretty heavy. Okay, let's do another card. Where will you be at the end of July? New moon in Pisces. So another Pisces card. So we see that message again about living with one foot in the spiritual world and one foot in the material world, and about finding balance. And it can be difficult. It can be difficult too, especially with all the stress going on, to not escape into fantasy, into dreams, into overdoing it with the spirituality as well. But we are here to have a human experience, or we wouldn't be on this planet. That doesn't mean we can't work our spiritual stuff. Sure, of course, because that's part of the reason we're here too. But we still have to pay bills and vacuum the floor and do mundane things. Really strive to stay in balance with that and be present physically and also do the spirituality. And I know easier said than done. For most people, it's one or the other. For Scorpio especially, it's one or the other. And usually it's the spiritual world. But really strive for balance, because your mundane relationships, your physical relationships, your romantic relationships, the relationship with your parents, your kids, whatever, they require work and attention here. So don't forget about them. And of course, all of this works with the astrology and the energy forecast for July. I would advise you to go watch those videos if you haven't already, including Cancer season. Even though it's about Cancers, the actual energy lessons that we'll be working through in July are the same across the board, no matter what sign you are. It really looks like by the end of July, you're going to shift your focus to more personal matters. You're going to be looking more at how you ended up here, the trials and tribulations, because now that things have settled down in your life, you have a chance to process it. The end of July, probably into August, that's going to be a major theme, is processing the things that you've gone through for the last year. So this is going to be a shift that's necessary for inner healing, and I think this is actually a good card and a good placement. All in all, this has been a very good reading. I haven't been reading for Scorpio because it has been so chaotic that one day it's all roses and the next day it's all heartbreak. It hasn't been easy to tap into that energy. But I think now you're at the end of a cycle, and I think things are getting back on track. It's up to you now to decide what direction you want to move into. What do you want to focus on? I'm going to draw one more card, which will be your best stone to work with. Oh, nice. Green quartz. Okay, a heart healing stone. Green quartz works on the heart chakra to balance the energy and to stabilize the emotions. Green quartz is also excellent for creativity and intuition. Meditate with the stone, carry it with you, and work with it during the month of July. So yeah, I think this was a very good reading. If things haven't shifted for you yet, they will very soon, because you are at the end of a cycle. So there may be some time, 2 weeks or so, where you can kind of catch your breath before we begin the next cycle though. Obviously, astrology is all about cycle upon cycle nested together like a Russian doll. So it's sometimes difficult to know when one cycle ends and another begins because it is so layered. And I think things are going to flow a lot better for you over the course of the rest of the year. So all in all, keep the faith and keep moving forward, Scorpio. You got this. If you enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments section and be sure and give it a like because it really does help. If you want to know more, you can find me at serenityreikiclinic.com. And as always, let's thank the patrons who make these videos possible. If you want more videos like this, why not consider becoming a patron? Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.